Welcome to the new episode of Winning the Journey Within podcast. This week I'm joined by Veljko Perović, a coach who discovered his true calling early and made the bold decision to leave his playing career behind and pursue coaching excellence. From that moment on, Veljko committed himself fully to the craft, and it shows. His passion, work ethic, and unwavering dedication make him an asset to everything he's a part of. In our conversation, he shared what that dedication really means to him, and I can honestly say I've never heard anyone describe it quite like he does. My respect for coaches, especially assistant coaches, reached a whole new level after this one. Let's dive into it. Veljko, hello. Welcome to my podcast, Winning the Journey Within. Thank you for finding time and seeing worth in what I'm doing.
Thank you for finding me, and hope we'll have a nice conversation about these very interesting topics.
I'm sure we will. I start with all my guests with one question, and that is, who are you without basketball? Who are you outside of basketball?
Well, basketball is my DNA. My father is in my DNA. My father was a great player in ex-Yugoslavia. He was captain of Cibona Zagreb in the 70s. That is when basketball was a golden era of Yugoslav basketball. When basketball was, I think, with football, most important sport. We won in that era 3 European championships as a country, 2 world championships, 1 gold medal in Olympics. And my father was captain of one of the most significant clubs in that time. So I was born in Zagreb in '83. My father later became a coach. So from earliest age, I was surrounded by basketball. And as I can remember, from maybe 2, 3, 4 years old, I was watching basketball with him. I was going with him at the gym, at practices. I would go later through his scripts, trying to learn or absorb some things by myself, trying to investigate everything I could about basketball. So from earliest age, I was being on basketball court, around players, around great coaches, great players, organizations, and it's very hard for me to say who am I without. But right now, I have I got married, so I had this. Now I'm trying to find balance between life that I'm sharing with my most significant part and basketball. And I'll tell you, this is, let's say, who am I with? I'm now a family man. And I have a family and my wife that we're taking care of each other, and we are creating a new chapter that is, of course, there with basketball. But this is, let's say, first time that I could say that I have this a little bit separation from basketball. A family man.
Okay.
Family man.
How is that transition? Like, how did you manage it well, trying to combine the both and be present 100% in each?
It was very, very hard. So basically, as a basketball coach, I've been building up career. So I was 6 years in Maccabi. And kind of, I started in my last 2 seasons. Me and my wife started dating. She would come here and there, and when somebody comes here and there, you of course you try to impress. You try to do all you can, and probably you're the most lovable person in the world. You try to create all the possible romantic situations so everybody could feel at home and nice. Then Corona started. I wanted to go to the United States, and I wanted to do it. I wanted to go and to create life with somebody in the United States, and that would be my future wife. So I proposed. We got married after only spending 30 days together because she came with me in February, and then 6 months Corona came, we couldn't see each other. We finished season last because we only played, we're in Israel, we were the only club or the only league that played and finished season in July, August, and we got married immediately. Then again, we started living a little bit together while I was transitioning to United States. I came to United States, she came, and then we started there living life. And it was very, very odd for me because I went from assistant coach and I went to be a private coach to Danny Avdia, that is now in Portland Trail Blazers. And I started creating life. And there were two things that were really strange for me. First, that I'm not all day in the gym and doing things. And second thing is, after so many years of going around the world, I never had somebody with me, sharing life with me. How to adjust that there is somebody with me. However, how much you want to do it, I really wanted to be a great husband immediately, but we had great, of course, difficulties because I know myself, I was 100% dedicated to basketball, 100%. I really wanted to succeed, and I want to succeed still highest, but I didn't have measure. So I was from 6 in the morning until 11 in the evening, I was focused on what I'm doing. And then it was not easy for Ivana. It was not easy. I was surrounded by books, by laptop.
And everything about basketball.
Everything about basketball. So she was there, she came for me, half of the world she crossed. And now I'm not there for her. It was very, very difficult, but my mother is a great advisor for me in my life. She has great mentality and the wisdom of life. So I just went in Zagreb through one of my ex-players. I needed somebody to little bit help me to reorganize my life. So I went to one great sports psychologist in Zagreb. Her name is Renata Barić. She is in University of Sports in Zagreb. She there is how do you say, professor. So I wanted her to help me to reorganize my life. So we started. It's funny, but it is great. We started little bit small things, and now I would like to share it because it's really helped us a lot. So basically, we started with small things. Let's say she would tell me, every day. First, she asked me, "Did you ask her how is she? How is she?" Every day, how is she? How is she doing? I said, "No, I didn't. I think that she's good. I don't ask her." So
she looks good.
Yeah, she looks. Everything is good. Yeah, she looks good. So she said to me, "Okay." We said first, "Okay, start with simple thing. Ask her, how are you doing today?" Okay, we started the conversation. Second thing, she told me, "Okay, I want you, go for a walk 2 times a day, but only focus on her." Listen, and I was, I was going, and when I go through walks, because I lived in Israel, I lived in beautiful places. I live in Split. I lived in Washington was great. Zagreb is a beautiful city. So when I go through my walks, I was doing, how do you say, this, I was focusing to resolve my problems or anything what I have of the day. So I go for a walk, I settle things in my head how it needs to be done, and I'm good. And when I was walking with her around Washington, also beautiful city, we were alone. All city was for us because there was nobody. It was Corona time, so they shut all the offices of United States government. So there was nobody. All city was for me and Ivan, And I was walking about these beautiful parks, museums, and I would catch myself. My thoughts were flying away, and I couldn't be present, you know, for her. But then she gave me two exercises. Whenever you fly away, you need to sit down. You need to 5 minutes. You're going to close your eyes and you're going to focus on your breath. Inhale, exhale. You're going to be present. After 5 minutes, you continue. So it was work. It was work. So we make lunches together. We started watching series together. You know, and that was crucial moment that I started. You know, a little bit. How to say, having appreciation for life with somebody, and shutting a little bit myself from the basketball. Yeah. And I think that she will say that right now I'm also very very good, and I can be better. I will improve. I need to improve even more in this.
Yeah. There's so much to unpack here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But you mentioned, first of all, you mentioned that your father, your family, like your whole life has been around basketball. Then you started playing, you started coaching, and whoever I talked to about you, everybody said he's 1,000,000% in basketball. Yeah. So I'm glad that you mentioned that you needed to work on those things and give more of yourselves to other parts of your life, and now that's your wife. So great job, and I had no idea you actually worked with a psychologist on that, and I'm glad it worked. So everything can be improved, everything can be made better. But I guess you know that because you've started playing basketball, you were influenced by the career of your father. And how were your playing years?
So basically, my playing years, I started, of course, mostly in Montenegro. When war started, my father and me went to Montenegro, to Herceg-Novi. Love for basketball. First, I was in water polo. My father put me always, you need to know how to swim and to play water polo in Herceg-Novi, you know, it's a must. It's a must. So after 6 months, I started also picking up the ball, basketball. So we started working. My years, this is best time. It's playing basketball I had when I was definitely in youth categories, because I was practicing in Herceg-Novi, beautiful place, all summers, on beautiful courts in center city. We had a great time. Also in Budućnost, that was building up a big project. I was one of the players, many players that was a part of this project. So coming to Podgorica, this I spent there 4 years. It was the most beautiful part of growing up and being there with great coaches that I learned from, like Goran Rakočević, my father, Poli Bojanić, Muta Nikolić, Duško Jošević, Bogdan Tanjević. So you know, I was that was kind of difference. I immediately learned with my father first, and later with these coaches what is top of the basketball, and with Budućnost as an organization, as a club. So later I had this problem going away from the greatest organization. My father always told me, I don't know how that was his advice for me. Of course, everybody has different way, a different path, but also my father was around great organizations all his life. So he always told me, stick to, if you're starting great organizations, stick always to the great organizations. So wherever I went later, I compared, what I had before. So this was a big issue for me later. Of course, also being in organizations, they didn't commit so big attention to you in this way. I wasn't coached by this good, or being surrounded by these great players. I thought that I could pull it off by myself, but generally always I had the same problem 2-3 years in a row when I was young and inexperienced. I come ready. I come with desire, energy, everything. Of course, my energy was going all over the place because I wasn't able to be sharp around. I didn't have people who would do it. But 3 months I was excelling, and after 3-4 months, pop, everybody kind of I would come to the level of the club. I would be pulled down, and I couldn't make the next step. 1 year couldn't make the next step. 2nd year couldn't make the next. 3rd year, little by little, frustration was building. Of course, then everybody has different time of maturing, you know. Of course, as you're maturing, you go through these situations, you get better, you get much more wisdom, you get much more confidence as you grow up. And then happened this, what I said, I was 26 years old, and I thought I got enough confidence, enough quality now to play next 10 years. And also, when I talked to Duško Jošić told me, play as much as you can. As long as you can.
Yeah.
As long as you can. I thought also, you know, that I can prolong my career, and maybe when I was 30, 31, 32, maybe these are going to be my years when I'm going to be complete as a man and as a leader. But I had a meeting with a very important person in my life, Danko Drakulić. He's a lawyer, and he was a great agent. And we sat down, and I thought he went to see some of my games, and I thought he's going to tell me, okay, now we have a plan. We're going, we're going to, make a significant step in career. But he told me, listen, Veljko, I see you, and we can earn an apartment or 2, a car, but when you finish your career, there will be nothing left. You won't have anything after. I say, listen, I see that you have this coaching gene, your father, everything. I say, I think you need to start coaching immediately, catch speed, and for 40 years you will be a coach and you will be good. So I came to my club, to Zrinjevac, and I told to sports director Jovanović that I want to quit tomorrow, and that if he has a chance to give me a job in youth categories, that I would love to have this opportunity. So next year, immediately I signed in school, in university first in Belgrade, then because university rules, they need to go to Novi Sad, where I finished University for Sports and Tourism. I graduated as basketball coach, and 1 year I was without having a job, and then he invited me, Jovanović, to be coach of youth in Zrinjevac, Zagreb, and this is how I started on a building coaching career.
Was that decision hard when your agent told you, let's see, maybe you should be the coach? How did you take it?
For me, it was kind of course, I went with big hope, but kind of always in my life, I found myself in front of kind of big turns, left or right, you know. And kind of I went from this meeting immediately. It clicked me in the meeting, this opportunity, that this is my way.
Were you thinking about that before, about being the coach?
I always knew I'm going to be.
Okay.
Just when he told me that he prefers that I catch speed immediately, I kind of also, you know, I saw the situation around. You know, only big clubs had money at that time. Everybody else was dropping it down. I could only play in Europe as a foreigner. There was 2 foreigners allowed. But I felt that I could do a difference as a coach. It was difficult, but I can remember in my head 2-3 times that I made crazy things that nobody would expect, and that I pulled like iceberg ahead, and I pulled hard, you know, And I can tell you all three situations that I can remember now. First situation was when I left Budućnost. So, Podgorica first 2 years as a player, I was adjusting. It's not easy to adjust to Podgorica if you're from Herceg-Novi. For me, it's very tough environment.
I went through that too. I went from Nikšić to Podgorica and it wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy. But I needed 2 years and a little bit more. After 2 years and a little bit more, I felt pop. I did it, and I felt at home, and I made it at home. So I went away from there with too much self-confidence, and I needed to be at home. And then I suffered for 10 years. Okay, and then I would say after 10 years, I made Zagreb at home. And on one phone call, I went to Split, and I went to Split to be head coach of juniors, to work with great young basketball players, Dragan Bender, Žižić, Paolo Marinelli, Ivan Bender, and this group of players. That 2 of them were drafted. And it was not easy from super comfortable situations when you feel that you're at home, top, you leave. And you need to build yourself immediately. And I didn't live in a penthouse or something. I was living in with players in the how do you say, in the I would say we lived as a part of the church. There were apartments, so I lived in the church environment for 2 years. I was living there. Then decision to go to Israel. The war started in Israel in 2014 in July, and my father is asking me, "Oh no, where are you going? Yeah, the rockets, bombs." And I went there. And I remember first time I came to Maccabi Tel Aviv office, sirens. Oh, we need to go to shelters, you know. And I was there for this month. It was a war. I was there also. It was not easy. First 2-3 years, I lived with some also distinguished players there in the apartment there. 2-3 years with them, raising them, and as they were growing up, as they were going to the first team, I got opportunity. They said, I don't know, when you push them, when they come to the first team, you have bench in Maccabi Tel Aviv. Mm-hmm. So I earned 2-3 years in a kind of difficult way. I did it, and I went to the bench, and I earned it, and I was 2 seasons on the bench of Maccabi Tel Aviv, of course as assistant coach. Then to go to United States. Oh no, it was crazy decision. So I was assistant. We did with young players, we did great success. 2 players of Maccabi were MVP of European Under-20 Championship in a row, Zusman and then Avdia. And I had worked a lot with them. And I probably could have stayed in Maccabi for the next 5 years as an assistant or to build my career. But you know, I worked with a lot of players, a lot of European players didn't manage to stay in NBA to earn the second contract. So there was like 6, 7, 8 players. If you let's mention Hezonja couldn't, or he earned second contract, but he couldn't earn like multi-year contracts second year. Then there was from Croatia, Dragan Bender didn't earn second year. Ante Žižić didn't earn second contract. Abrines came back. He had difficult time. There were also multiple names from around Europe, and I wanted to go with Danny, so I could make sure that he will stabilize. Mm-hmm. He will stabilize, that he will need support, and he will get this second contract. So I stayed 2 years, but now I was in between. So I risked 2 years there. Everybody was forgetting me in Europe. You easily lose, you know, easily people lose sight of you. So I needed to decide 2 years, am I staying with him all career, if he, let's say, was determined to do so, or I'm turning the wheels and I'm coming back to save everything I can. So basically, I felt he was in a good spot. He didn't need so much of my support, and I turned the ship 100%. So I risked it all. 6 months without job, it's not easy. We as assistant coach right now, you're not earning hundred thousands of dollars. You're on a good paycheck, everything, but 6 months, I take risk.
You can feel it.
Also my wife, I took a great risk. I have somebody, also family, to take care of everything, but after 6 months I get a call, and then you know how it is. At 6 months for a new year, I got 5 offers in a 24 minutes.
Yeah.
Suddenly, out of nowhere. So I needed to decide from 5 offers where to go. I went to Besiktas with Igor Milicic, Poland national team head coach. We tried to survive in the league. We did it. In the meantime, I got also offer from here, and now I'm here in Venice building it, and hopefully I can make a bigger and stronger next step in next years.
So it doesn't seem like you are overthinker.
Huh?
So how do you? What is it about these decisions? How do you make your decisions?
There is intuition. Let's say, how can intuition, and definitely. I try, when I see that there is discomfort coming. Till now, I always choose discomfort. I always chose discomfort. Discomfort brought me okay, but from the other hand, I understood also this part of me, and I'm trying to change. I can take a lot. I can take a lot. I can go through difficult situations, but this is not also super smart. Okay, now I have thicker skin. I can go through tough situations. I can be, in tough spots, tough situations. I can make it. Everything. Now I know these things about myself. Now for me it's different. Now can I make on a good environment and have stability for a long time? But yes, generally I use intuition, and I was never afraid of challenges, and coming from one step behind, and building it up. So that's basically it.
Yeah. And how do you set your goals? You seem like somebody who is always looking for something new, like even following your players, making sure they get contracts and extensions and stuff like that. Like, how do you set your goals?
Well, basically, first goal was when I was working in Split, and this opportunity came because sports director of Split became general manager of Maccabi. So we were building it all together with great coach Mladen Šestan. We were building this kid, and we knew that we need to push him and that he will bring us, him and Žižić, they will bring us to the next stop. So basically, you always need to understand if you're going to enter a bus, what is this bus, what we're entering, and where this can bring you. You need to understand, you need to have this clear in your head. Don't enter somewhere if it cannot bring you to another to somewhere positive, that you're going to be surrounded by good people, people that wants to little bit let's say that will help you fulfill your potential. So I was kind of always around people that could push me to open up more and more my potential. So basically, I felt that first I was in Zrenjevac. There, I did all I could do. Then I felt that this could bring me a step forward, doing in Split with great talents. Then Maccabi, I knew that this gives me, and I never disappointed. I worked crazy hard. I was honest every time. about my job and in organization. I try to be positive figure in all 6 years, to leave this positive mark, because also I needed to how do you say, I needed to, all these people that vouched for me, I needed to make good impression for them. That's the most important. Then also, when I went to United States, I knew that I wanted to see how big teams work, how can I work with big player, how can he stay there. So basically, I always try to push myself and people around me to be better. And you can do it only if you're surrounded by, if you're in good atmosphere. You always need to be in good atmosphere around people that can create good atmosphere for success.
You talk about the potential of opportunities and the potential that you know you have and that you want to build on. But how do you find potential in players? Let's say we have 20 boys here, guys. Like, how do you distinguish?
Well, basically, this is something my father said a long time ago. It was in some clinic, and he said, okay, it was in Montenegro, so there were 300 coaches. So how do we make success, let's say, of Montenegrin basketball? 300 coaches. What? Every coach needs its team, so we need 300 teams. And imagine that every coach has only one player, so we have 300 players. So basically, regarding developing players, but also teams, and later and everything, what you need to do, you need to have first, okay, you need to have proper potential. Second thing, there is no limit for developing all your career in everything. That's one thing. Technically, tactically, mentally, physically, all aspects, you can develop all your career. For me, when you're talking about young players, every young player needs one person to take care of him. First, if you have a child, this is the biggest mistake that I think that our schools didn't learn us. You need really to teach you need to commit. If I commit to a players 6 hours a day in youth program, you need to take care of your kid 6 hours a day. Give him attention. Learn him, bring him up on everything, how he eats, sleeps, habits, wake ups, how he take care of body. Even I take with our own kids and everything. So basically, there are no limits in developing potential of anybody. Everybody needs a person to take care of him, and I just wanted really, when I worked individually with players, I gave them work that I thought I needed when I was a kid.
That's what I felt when you were talking. Because you were saying how when you moved from Budućnost, you went to other teams and you felt like you had no direction and you needed somebody. And it's great that you want to be this person for others.
I'm the reflection, right now, I'm the reflection of what I wanted somebody else to do for me. So that's basically it. But with these players, it's a little bit, we're more specific. They can also develop every one of them. But they also need a person to commit to them. Like tennis coaches, they have like tennis coaches, they have great group of people for them. Also like this in NBA, every player has a big group of people, from athletic, basketball coaches, a nutritionist, taking care of body is essential now. So they invest so much in this. So also their careers are much longer and development is much bigger.
Hopefully a mental health coach gets involved in those.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But when you're doing a lot of things in a right way, already your mentality is great. Basically, you need a mental coach. Of course, you need, there are various differences in we can affect a player. But if you wake up early and every day at the same time, you're already in the good spot. If you stretch in the morning, you're already probably breathing good. If you eat good food, probably you won't have problems with emotions. If you do, weight room, you're also anxiety drops for 20%. So if you practice and you're on your goals, probably you are set up mentally, but of course also you cannot work mentally if you're not practicing a lot, because let's say also going through some situations you cannot feel them if you are not working hard. So working hard is most important in this everything, and of course mental work. Every day you need to commit at least 1 hour, but I know you can do it super simply. You can stretch, breathe. Somebody say it's yoga. You can do it 2 times, 20 minutes, morning, evening, and you can have your diary, your thoughts about everything, just write it down, and you're going to be already very, very good. Of course, there are people that have bigger fears or don't know how to go through some situations, but I would advise everybody, because I saw people, and I will say this, Danny Avdia, he went through so many pressure situations in his life. He's the biggest example, and he always faced them, and he failed many times he failed, but he never stopped facing them, and he broke through. Every time he broke through, and all the pressures, I would say that eventually if you face them a lot, I feel that if you're athlete, that you're overcoming it, and they pass. I tested myself many times. Let's say I'm afraid of heights.
Same.
Yeah.
Me too.
So first 5-10 flights when I went to Israel, 3 hours flights, I was not comfortable at all. And then when I traveled every week, nothing. I just did something. I just put so much pressure on me to finish some job. I didn't do some job, so I needed to give job to Yanis Sferopoulos or Neven, So I was working in plane. I didn't care at all of anything.
Where you are,
where I am,
how high you were.
I was more afraid of not finishing the job. So now I feel super comfortable with this. So I don't know, or this is a good story. Or I go to the top of the building on Istanbul, and in the morning I'm afraid to look down. But after, I don't know, in the evening, I work a lot, things to do. I'm tired, I come at the same floor, I'm not anymore afraid. Because when you work, anxiety or stress just decreases mentally. Brain cannot be stressed all the time. Even this machine of stress has its battery gone, Only thing is important that this battery, when it's gone, that it's not drained. That's dangerous. Then you need a lot of time to recover. So listen, I'm not expert in these situations, but little things help.
You give great examples. Yeah, you give great examples, and I feel like you pay so much attention to it as well as a assistant coach, individual coach. You pay so much attention on how to present your practices, your ideas, and everything to the players. And how important is that for you to work on yourself and then to be ready to show the players the work that you did?
Listen, it is very important. First, these players, they need to trust you, and they need to trust you. And for them, you need to, they can feel it, they can sense if you're talking, from experience, of course, knowledge, something. If you're prepared, not prepared. So it's you must be prepared for players 100% all the time until they gain your trust. Then of course everybody can have a bad day. Also they can have bad days. I can have bad days, but on some 80% of the time we're going to be at 100%. So the worst thing is now I read this Jordan Peterson's new book. On a famous psychologist, and I like his. It's very, very super simple. When you're giving your all, you're close to God. you're close to God in everything. When you're away and not giving your all, you're going into direction opposite of God, and we know what this is. I don't want to even to mention. And then it is very important, if you're giving your all, if you're sacrificing, if I'm all day here, if they are here, it's not enough only to sacrifice. When you sacrifice, you need to sacrifice 100%. You need to give your all in sacrificing. When you're sacrificing your time, when I'm sacrificing my time from the family, they're from their families, they want to provide for their families. They need to sacrifice their all. That's the only way we can be closer to God and somebody, or to this feeling that we are doing something great, because this is very important, that you have this feeling that something great is going to happen from the work that you're doing, and have this energy. And only way to achieve it is to give your all, and when you're sacrificing days, minutes, hours, to give your all.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I didn't know that quote, but I love it now.
That's who wants to read it? It's a great book. It's not easy to read like his previous books, but it's very, very simple. Every time Duško Jošović has this simple, super deep psychology, So I remember him always you need to go from practice better than you can. That's a rule. Once when he said to me, once when he said to me, it was a rule. And
that's the trust that you had in him and in his
that's right.
Message.
That's right.
Yeah. And so we talked about how you are towards your players as an individual and assistant coach, and how do you build a relationship with your first coach?
Well, basically, listen. First, I had this great honor that I had two prominent coaches that I worked for, and that is Nemes Pahija and Yanis Veropoulos. First, they are great example, role models, gentlemen that give you clear, straight assignment, and if you're great in this, you will feel without pressure. So they are great in releasing all the pressure from you. So it's very comfortable to be around these people that are great in every sense, great persons and great coaches, and it's very easy to work for them and give your all, because because they take all the pressure on themselves. They take pressure from the players, from the organizations, from the coaches. They battle great with journalists, so you are covered and you just need to do your best. So in my future, I want to be the same. I want to be a leader, and I want to be sooner than later. I want to become this leader as soon as possible. That will everybody who comes to work with us in the system that I will work, that he will have great opportunity to develop his skills, to develop the system that he is in, to be great, and that also they feel the least pressure possible. So this is the greatest difference. When I was a coach, I felt a lot of pressures, when I was a player, and that means that I think the job was not done great, and I feel that these persons are so grounded that they're like lightning, catching lightnings on themselves, and you don't feel you're in the house downstairs and you're just performing your job at your best. So they are great role models for me. It's easy to work, it's easy to be great in these circumstances, and I hope that soon I will with same energy and with same leadership be the same for my teams.
Yeah, that was my next question.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself being the first coach? Is that one of your goals and head coach of what is it over there? What do you see?
Yeah, so basically, I will say one thing. I truly believe a lot in a word that comes out of the mouth, and I try every word that when I say it, that is measured greatly. So basically, 4 years ago, before last season in Maccabi, I said in an interview, they asked me, "What's next for you?" And I said something that I regret to this day. And this interview is, and I said, okay, my goal is to go to United States and touch NBA league. And I said word touch, And this is exactly what happened to me. I just touched it. Okay, I had privilege to be 2 years to watch games live, to be in facilities, everything, but I just touched it. So I will say now that yes, I want to be a coach. That's ahead. I want to be a head coach, and I want to be a great leader in great environment and help people in the organization succeed. Yes, that's for sure.
I love that. Yeah, that's going to bring you to the places that are going to be great for sure.
That's it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I truly appreciate you, and I truly appreciate this angle from the sports. Not many people talk to the coaches that are developing, that are being assistant coaches in great organizations, like being a man from behind and having their impact on it. And I feel like you are doing a great job.
Thank you so much, and you're always welcome to visit us.
Thank you. Good luck with everything.
Thank you. Good luck to you also.
Thanks.
Jovanović